Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Welcome once again to the steaming hot pile of fun that we like to call GainerWorld Live. I'm Tim Gainer, your congenial host and guest hosting for Ryan Seacrest this week. Thank you so much for joining us. I certainly do appreciate it. If you are new to our little soiree, if you're looking for entertainment, laughs, good times, just click off now because it ain't going to happen, okay? And no, actually, we're going to have a little fun. We basically started this show about a year ago during the whole COVID and the coronas and the schmutzing thing. Just to kind of, everybody let their hair down and just relax and check in and let us know that we're all going to be okay. And it's turned into the pile of dung that we have done for the last year or so. And by golly, by gosh, we just keep right on going for whatever reason. I don't know why. But this is what we do, and in case you haven't noticed, we've got this groovy little chat thing right over here. Notice I didn't do the pistol thing this time. I'm learning. See, if you're watching, Chris, I'm learning. So yeah, we invite you. Please interact with us. Come on into the chat room. Say hi. We won't verbally abuse you very much. And if we do, it's all in the name of fun. And I've got this groovy little guitar over here that we'll hopefully be getting to a little bit later on. Might play some music. Who knows? There's all kinds of things that could go on in the space of an hour. So sit back, relax. If you're watching the replay here on the YouTubes, as the teenagers like to call it, leave comments down below. If not, check us out in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll just have a pile of fun. What do you say, huh? Lots going on. There is a lot going on this week that I want to get into a little bit more. We've got a change of plans. We've got changes in attitudes. We've got all kinds of changes that have been going on. Pardon me, that have been going on this week. Okay, and already you see people in the chat. Oh, man. Gary from the Incredible Edibles Band popping in, asking me, do I want some stuffed cabbage? Gary, knowing you, God knows what's in that vegetable, dude. I know it's going to be stronger than the brownies I got here, that's for sure. Pigs in a Blanket, says Cyrus Gray, that we'll be talking to a little bit later on in the show. And Mike Stem popping in. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Appreciate you popping in here. Can you introduce me to Ryan Seacrest? Yeah, I would, but, I got a rep, Mike, okay? I'm, nothing personal, man, but, I'm just using him to get to Kelly Ripa, just so you know. What's the old man got that I ain't got besides, 15 years and, a six-pack? But, and Cyrus wants pigs in a blanket. Yeah, we're getting off to a rollicking start here, ain't we, kids? which actually leads me to, a little bit of news that I do have to talk about tonight. We usually, we have a lot of fun on this show. We really do. But we received a little bit of bad news. Got a little bit of bad news yesterday. Are there any R's? Wrong show, Cyrus. Wrong show entirely, pal. Yeah, we got a little bit of bad news. We learned yesterday that a great piece of rock and roll history has left us. A great piece of rock and roll history. Cynthia Plastercaster, who is from here in the great city of Chicago, passed away yesterday at the age of 74. Now, you may be asking yourself right about now, Gainer, have you lost your mind? Who in the heck is Cynthia Plastercaster? If you are up on rock and roll history, if you're up on rock and roll trivia, you'll know this name. But if you don't, gather around, children, and let me tell you the story of Cynthia Plastercaster. Now, Cynthia Plastercaster, for those of you who might not know, originally many thought this was a myth. It is not a myth. It is real. Cynthia Plastercaster got her start by going to an art school here in Chicago. And around 1968, one of her teachers, according to Far Out magazine, Liz said, Liz Jack has popped in and said, I didn't know we were playing Trivial Pursuit. Yes, we are, actually. Or we're playing Jeopardy, one of the two. But yeah, this all started back in Chicago in 68. She was attending art school, and one of her teachers asked her to create a plaster cast of something solid that could retain its shape. Now, mind you, Gary, I promise we're gonna keep this clean, pal. I promise you. We're gonna do this as poetically as we know how. She became enamored with the rock and roll scene. And, well, there's no polite way of putting it. She became a groupie. And what she did was she attended a lot of after parties, a lot of shows, and and met up with Jimi Hendrix, the great Jimi Hendrix, and asked him if for an art project she could, like I said, we're going to politely talk about this, make a plaster cast of Little Jimmy. And she actually did this, and she has turned it into one of the great legends of rock and roll. She has got a collection of pieces of anatomy of some of the great rock stars of our day, including Jimi Hendrix, Wayne Kramer of the MC5, Pete Shelley of the Buzzcocks, Jello Biafra, and she's also, yes, even Little Jimmy. Letitia Sadler of Stereolab, Sally Timms of the Mekons, Peaches, Karen O of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, a lot of other people. She went on to include filmmakers and other artists, and eventually amassed a collection of about 50 of these things, which, by the way, she actually had on display at one point. Frank Zappa met her and found her creations, shall we say, humorous, and moved her to L.A., where she found people to help prepare her work and display. In 71, her apartment was robbed, and they decided the things should be preserved for a future exhibition, and entrusted them to, I guess, his legal, Zappa's legal, her partner, but they didn't go into anything. Are they in a china cabinet? No, actually, they're in a collection, as I understand it. I think they're still on display someplace. I really don't know. I've heard talk that they're in a museum somewhere. Yes, they are in a museum somewhere, believe it or not. She's also been, as you can see, the subject of numerous documentaries, films. There was a documentary, Plastercaster, back in 2001. There was another documentary by BBC in 2005 that I can't talk about on the air. She's been talked about in various songs by Kiss and Frank Zappa and everything like that. If you go to her website, yes, she does have a website, CynthiaPlastercaster.com. It is dark today because, unfortunately, we did lose her. Yesterday, after a long illness, at the age of 74, hail and farewell to Cynthia Plastercaster, one of Chicago's great treasures. But somewhere, someplace, somewhere in the world, she's got little Jimmy, and as well as some others. But I'm trying to find out. I'm looking at all my information right now about whether or not these things are on display or where they're on display. I'm going to have to find out because right now that she's gone, obviously, who's taking care of them? And which is a weird concept in itself. What are you thinking, Gainer? As Cynthia's gone, I know you're sorry to hear about that. Let's go to the board, shall we? Wife says not now. We're eating. Oh, man. Hey, this is rock and roll folklore, okay? This is real rock and roll. Yes, Cynthia's gone, Amu City. Thank you for popping in tonight. I thought you would appreciate that. The show... Liz wants to know, are they in a china cabinet? Are you volunteering? No, not by a long shot. Obviously, anybody that does it now is just a poor substitute. Glad you tell where they can be seen. I'm depressed enough. MU City said, just got here, have no idea what's happening. You can always see it in the replay, but to let you know, we lost Cynthia Plastercaster yesterday at the age of 74 after a long illness. And we need to find out now who actually is in charge of, little Jimmy and Mark Lindsay's cast and things of that nature. Yeah, afraid so, my friend. Afraid so. I know that'd bring you down. So yes, children, there was a Cynthia Plastercaster, and yes, she made casts of men and women in various stages, and it's considered a great work of art, which will give you an idea how rampant the drug use was back in the 70s. I'll bet Keith Richards is in there somewhere. Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, there's like 50 of them. I don't have the list in front of me, thank God. But I do know that there's a few people of interest. She stopped doing it between, I believe, like 72 and 79. Pardon me, because she was in a legal thing after Zappa's business manager refused to give back her original casts, so she didn't do it. But then the punk scene came along, and well, we all know what happened there. Let me see. Amy City said, I thought she died a while back. Oh, stop it. No, stop it. Don't get me so. Don't send me in that direction, okay? No. Unfortunately, as I said, it was a prolonged illness. We don't know what it is as of now, but we will find out later on in time to find out the cause of death with our girl, Cynthia Plastercaster. I know a lot of people We're 14 minutes in and already we're into
That was greatest night in the history of television.
Don't you think? This is why we prep the show, by God. Yes, oh God. Now we've got Beavis and Butthead in the chat room. He said prolong. Yeah, 15 minutes and already the show's off the rail. One of the things I do want to talk about, like I said, a lot of things that have happened this week. A lot of things have happened last week. Man, where do I start? Let's start like this. If you haven't heard the news, if you have not heard the news, Hugs 24/7 Radio is on the air. Go to hugs@wrgg.com. That name is going to be changing very soon. We have the response on this, I have to say, has been completely over the top. It was born out of necessity and has become just an amazing thing to behold. And if I look tired, it's because I am, because we have been doing all kinds of things to add to the show. And as a matter of fact, if you go to the website later on, or as a matter of fact, right after this show, hugs@wrgg.com, Cyrus Gray, the top 10 countdown will be on there, followed by Easy Day in the Shockwave, all new submissions. Please go there. It is the home of the unsigned artist. It is a great place. If you're a musician, you have a recording, you want to get heard, this is the place to do it. Your music will be heard, and it will be broadcast to the masses. So check it out for yourself. Hugs 24/7 Radio, hugs@wrgg.com. The top 10 countdown with Cyrus Gray will be on right after this show, so go check it out. Elena has popped in. Hello, Elena. Always good to see you. That means the Danimal is here. Yeah, Elena, your timing is excellent. I'll talk to you about that later, unless you want to watch the replay of the show, at which point I'm not responsible for anything that happens in your home. Just saying. So yes, check that out for yourself. Speaking of hugs, we will get into that in just a second. There, as I said, there have been changes upon changes upon changes. And one of the things that we have been talking about, come on, oops, bad time. There are days I look at the chat and I think to myself, why did I put this up here? Because I know the people, I know the audience that I'm trying to skew to and the audience that I actually get at the same time. And well, we have fun. I will say that. I will say that. Oh my goodness. Let me do this. As long as we're having fun, let me do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to talk about something very important. Something that just happened just within the last 36 hours. Wish you were here. You know, Amy City, I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to play that song, but I'm one of those people, and I'm almost embarrassed to say this. I don't know all the words. I said it, my head didn't explode. I love the song. I know the chords to the song, but I cannot, for any reason, when I start singing it, I just don't remember the words. One of these days, I am going to memorize them. Somewhere in my addled drug-destroyed brain, I'm going to remember these things. But, no, I'm going to do this one instead. I'm going to do one of mine. You're talking about people plaster cast private parts, says Cyrus. Gary Hicker's eating pigs in a blanket. And you're wondering what's wrong. And Liz wants me to do karaoke. All right, we've totally gone off the rails. With that in mind, let me do this. I haven't done this in a couple of weeks. It just fell off the charts, and I'm very proud of this song. So I'm going to do this. It's another Friday night, and she watches the screen flash again. Right click, left click, anything to do the trick to find a transoceanic friend. She taps out, hello my baby, tell me what is he doing tonight? He says, anything darling, as long as it makes you feel right. She's got her love on the line, and you know it's just a question of time. Is she safe in the arms of this unknown Romeo? Don't you know she can almost see his face in her pseudo-space, as they both attempt connections that only they can know. As the dim light flickers, they're in the private Shangri-La. To her heart he starts to whisper about how he's gonna kiss her in a secret life there from afar. She can feel her heart racing as he says, babe, it's just a matter of time till the distance falls between us, and the day comes that you're finally mine. She's got her love on the line, and you know it's just a question of time. Is she safe in the arms of this unknown Romeo? Don't you know she can almost see his face in her pseudo-space, as they both attempt connections that only they can know. Well, the plans are made and the weeks melt away till she's standing there at gate number 2. She sees me merge and the theories are purged. It's like watching a nightmare play through. You didn't tell me your hair was so gray, he says. Baby, I didn't know you were so. You could cut the disappointment with a knife. The moral of the story, no, don't put your love on the line, 'cause you know it's only nickel and dime. And there's some things that are out there that aren't quite what they seem. You know what I mean? Don't put your love on the line, 'cause for the sake of $24.99, there's a whole world out there that's not just on that screen. Love on the line, don't put your love on the line. Love on the line, just keep your love on the line. Love on the line. Yeah. Former number one, man, 2 weeks in a row back there in the spring of 2022. Tim Gainer's Love on the Line. Let's get with it, shall we? I'm your host. How we nail 'em. Back there, Power 102.6. Anyway, speaking of that, I guess we can get into that now. In fact, I would recommend it. We talked about Hugs 24/7. We talked about my stuff. Let's talk Hugs Fest, shall we? And you know, when the glasses are on, stuff's getting serious. You know what I'm saying? So, there's been a change with Hugs Fest. We had been telling you that we were going to do this in July. That has changed. We have the official word of what is going on with Hugs Fest. And I would like everyone to pay attention to this because this has taken a change, a very positive change, actually. The Hugs Fest as we know it is still going to be going on. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Yeah, I'm glad that phone rang just now because with me, I've got Mr. Hugs himself, who is busy running back and forth like a nut because he's got a show to do in about half hour. Of course, I'm talking about our own Cyrus Gray from Hugs 24/7 Radio.
How did you know it was me? I need 2 pizzas. I need them deluxe and a little bit extra heat, okay?
You don't have the money for the tip. Don't even worry about it.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you're on the phone with me so we can both talk about this because there's been a big change with Hugs Fest.
And I was not arrested. No, I was not arrested.
That's a good thing because I ain't got the bail money, babe.
Neither do I. That's the problem.
There's the problem. I hear it right off the top. Anyway.
I know.
So do you want to take the lead on this? You want me to? I mean, because you're the one that kind of secured. Well, actually, you didn't secure this. Actually, Gary Hickers secured this for us.
Yeah, we should have called Gary.
Well, Gary, if you're on the line, if you're watching, and I know you are, call me for God's sake. But anyway. You
Talk about an SOS.
You never call me, Gary. My God, what is it anymore? I mean, we used to be so close.
You remember when we were friends?
Yeah, you remember? Yeah. But then suddenly you owed me money, and I haven't heard from you since.
And there it is. I mean, Heine Bachline right off the bat. You had to go there. You know, he'll be calling next for some frack pad and never.
That's fine. Then I know who to hang up on.
Exactly.
But
go ahead.
Okay, here's what's happening. The new dates. We have teamed up with the Peace Valley Music Festival. This is going to be out in the tiny town of the bustling burbs, I should say, of Shelton, Washington, which is about 16 miles northwest of Olympia. So it's still going to be in the Olympia area. This is going to be taking place between Thursday, August 11th, and Sunday, August 14th. Now, a lot of people are going to be, well, Gainer, why did you change this?
It wasn't your fault.
No, I had nothing to do with this.
And I'm sure because when we pieced the letter together with all the new letters in it, nobody could trace that back to us.
Yeah. It's amazing what you can. It's amazing what you can do with a Chinese email address.
Exactly. You know, Photoshop's a great thing.
Isn't it beautiful? This is a show that proceeds from this are going to be benefiting the Schweitzer Strong Foundation to benefit victims of brain trauma injury. Which is something I'm proud to be in because it's something I know a little bit about. I have family members who have been afflicted with this, and so the fact that we're going to be able to do this is a great thing by all means. The lineup that we know of right now, and Cyrus, correct me if I'm wrong on this. So far, we've got. I know that at the very least. Myself, Yiga Digga, The Incredible Edibles, that's a definite. Megan Paulette. Okay, so Megan Paulette has confirmed. So she's going to be in. Craig Meekham's going to be involved in this. Okay, that's always Jerry Gaff is involved in this.
I know that has already run the rampant on the loose. Gaffer was in here. In the Hugs bunker this past day, and I think he already has the car packed.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing because he keeps throwing it in our face about I'm retired now.
I know.
You just want to.
Well, he had to go play a gig tonight. I know that. He's gonna look funny though with that fork stuck in his head.
and it's plastic too. That's the part that I don't understand.
Exactly. It came from McDonald's. I think we might be able to sell that.
Yeah. Hey, anything on eBay, babe. I don't care. But there's going to be all kinds of vendors there. Last year, they did this last year for the first year. They had they had 1,000 or so people just for the one. It's like a 2-day event. We're walking in, and with 20 acts, and we're expecting a heck of a lot more and it's for a great cause on top of that. It was going to be at least 20 bands over the course of 4 days. If you're into camping, they do have a camping area. There's plenty of hotels around the area for those that are not like that. There's a supervised area for the kids, snow cones, cotton candy, all kinds of vendors. Everybody's going to be bringing their merch out there, and again, all of the proceeds for this are going to be going to the Schweitzer Strong Foundation for victims of traumatic brain injury. So it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't.
You know what? We're waiting to hear back because with the change of the date, one of the big things that happened was James Bass Knight and the Memorial Show, James Bass Knight and the Rockinghams were supposed to be back in, but actually looking at changing the touring and the scheduling for him. Jimmy Bass Knight is dead. He's dead set on being there, so that's going to add to. That might add to things too.
That's going to add to things as well. We're going to have full information on this on Hugs 24/7 Radio. Of course, keep watching this show. We'll have updates on for that as well. We're going to be announcing ticket prices and ticket locations where you can pick up tickets, special packages and things like that in the coming days. So please stay tuned for that. Again, all of this is for a great cause. It's for the Schweitzer Strong Foundation for victims of traumatic brain injury. This is going on at the Peace Valley Music Festival.
There's 2 stages up there. It's all full lighting. I know they're going 50,000 watts. Are going to be coming out there. They're going to rattle the valley, man.
It's going to be the 50,000 watt blowtorch blowing out 40 acres, man. We're down. We're down with that. As a matter, Gary just chimed in. He said Chris Mess, Chris Eakes, and Stargazy Pie have already agreed to be on the show as well. Come
on, man. You gotta love it. I've learned 2 things synonymous with what we've been doing. When we started Hugs, it was always in the event that it was for the better good, and the better good of the artist, and unsigned, independent, and the band that's united is amazing. But now you're seeing that same band that unite go out to support another cause. Yeah, and that. There's a lot to be said about that.
Well, if this doesn't speak to the power of music, I don't know what does. We went out and we're letting people know, hey, we need this. We've got this going, and people are jumping on it like there's no tomorrow. If you are in the Washington State area, by the way, and you have a band that you want to be involved in this, there's a price. And the price is
it's expensive, baby.
Oh, it's expensive as anything. This could be probably the most valuable thing that you could possibly ever have to give up, and that's send a copy of your song to Hugs.
Yeah, easy. I did find easy. He was not hanging from the rafters in the Hugs dungeon. Actually, we found him in a tote box. It had holes cut in it that said Castle. So yeah, he had 339 new songs that he was in the midst of tagging. I do believe the last count was an additional 72 new artists into Hugs. They range from Chile, Ecuador. I also know for a fact, guys, Ukraine artists have gone back online, and we've got 2 in from the Ukraine.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Music in too.
You gotta love that. You absolutely have to love that. And if you send it in, go to hugs@wrgg.com. We'll give you all the details and the information there. But by all means, again, this is for a great cause. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that your song will be heard in about 50 countries? I'm just saying.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
I put a map up there that I found from whenever we actually started doing this stuff. And, I never finished coloring it. I was never good at dot to dot or coloring in the lines, but I had that and I posted it on the internet just so everybody could, wrap your head around this. And let me guess, two things about unsigned independent artists: don't ever tell them you can't or we're short on something, because I'll tell you what, they're doing their damnedest right now to color that whole damn map in. And I get emails and texts every day. I'm telling you, I'm so and so. And I just submitted our country needs colored in.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm looking at you, Montana. I'm looking at you.
Oh, yeah,
I don't,
Montana.
What is going on? What is going on with the people? There are bands in Montana. I know this, and Montana is not colored in on the map.
No, Jimmy Bass Knight almost blew. He almost had an aneurysm when he saw that. He was on the phone with me. Oh yeah, he was ranting all kind of. There were words that I don't know, and I know a good many. I can hack up the English language pretty quick.
And you do a great. And you do. And what's even funnier is you get paid for that. That's the part that I don't understand. But hey, that's just me.
Well, every now and then you get lucky. But hey, on another note, a lot of people do not know. Hugs 24/7 radio is out there. I mean, we are working on the program heavily. You are working on the programming heavily, and I don't think we're done yet. I don't think we're close.
Oh, not by a long shot. Not by a long shot, my son. No.
Yeah, well,
no. We're just getting.
I'd like to hang out here for the rest of the evening. But I know. Go push the button.
Yeah, that is true. I was just gonna say you've got a radio show that you've got to do in about 25 minutes or so. So go do that. We'll all be listening to that. Hugs at WRGG.com. Click the listen link. Hugs 24/7 radio. Great unsigned independent artists. The music you've never heard by artists that deserve to be heard. Go check them out. Thanks for sitting in, buddy. I appreciate it. Keep them humming, and we'll all be listening.
All right, man. Well, you know how it goes. Stay in tune, everybody, and hope to hear you later.
Talk at you, my friend. Thanks so much. Cyrus Gray, ladies and gentlemen, from the Hugs 24/7 radio, talking about the Hugs Fest that's going to be coming up. Please check it out. Please come join us. There are bands already that have signed up. I know I'm going to be there. Great band from Pennsylvania. Yigga Digga's going to be there. Megan Paulette's supposed to be there. Chris Mess, Chris Eeks, Stargazy Pie have already jumped on board. They're going to be there. Jerry Gaff is going to be there. Just a tremendous slew of people. This is going to be going on 4 days, August 11th. 11th. Let me try that again. It's going to be the Peace Valley Music Festival, he said, tongue-tied. Just think I spent 10 years in radio. The Peace Valley Music Festival, a 4-day music event. It's going to be Thursday through Sunday, August 11th through the 14th, in Shelton, Washington, at the Peace Valley Campground in Shelton, Washington, just outside of Olympia. All the benefits are going to go to the Schweitzer Strong Foundation for Victims of Traumatic Brain Injury. So it's going to be just an amazing event for a really good cause. Please check it out. In the coming days, we will be giving you the details on ticket prices, packages, all that good fun stuff. So please hang with us. Let's see here. Even Gary's saying, love Friday night. GainerWorld followed by Hugs 24/7, top 10, followed by the Hug Shockwave. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that, my man. It doesn't get any better than that. Take your shoes off so you can count. I thought I taught you better than that. Yeah, that's the problem. You taught me. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And, wow, there's been so much going on in the course of the past couple of weeks with the radio station now. And now this with Hugs Fest. We do have other dates that we're going to be mentioning in the coming days and weeks. There's other shows that we've got in the works that hopefully we'll be talking to you about. Before that, I'm really stoked. I'm going to be playing a special acoustic show August 5th at what I'm being told is the final Homegrown Fest, or at least the last Homegrown Fest in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And I'm stoked about that. I got to play an acoustic show out in that area a little bit earlier this year, again for charity. And had a great time. So please come on out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you want to check on anything else, please by all means go to timgainer.com. Shameless self-promotion. Doesn't bother me. Go to timgainer.com. You'll find the music. You'll find the show schedule. You'll find all that. Make sure you click the like button, says Cyrus. Gotta go. Okay, go kick the pig. That's not a problem, Cyrus. We'll show that. I got no problem with that. So yeah, pardon me. So yeah, lots going on, and we're very proud of Hugs 24/7 Radio. Please check it out, especially after the show. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the replay, hey, you can listen to it anytime. Hugs at WRGG.com. Click on the listen link for Hugs 24/7 Radio, and you're going to hear some incredible music. And I'm not just speaking about myself, which I'm very proud of, but I'm humbled that my stuff is included with some incredible artists that, people in the mainstream don't know about, but should. They really should. So go find it. Go find it, and you'll be amazed what you've been missing. You'll be amazed what the world has been missing. And you'll be the first kid on your block to tell everybody that you heard it. See? So, yeah. So go do that. And, let's see. Let's try this one more time, shall we? What did I do with my pick? My pick is gone. Oh, it's gone. Luckily, I have another one. Some would find that actually unfortunate, but hey, that's okay. Yeah. Oh, I know what I can play. And I found my pick, too. I know what I can play. I haven't played this song in a while. So, playing this is going to be... Yeah. This should be good. Let's see if I even remember how to play my own song, okay? An empty room at 3 a.m. and I'm wondering where you've gone this time. And all I've got's this cigarette and a worn-out blinking hotel sign. Well, that's what I get to bare my soul to someone who don't understand that vein. I wonder if she'll ever know just how much she had known this time. I wonder if she'll ever use it slowly for her own design. God, emotions can be deadly when not judged along such predetermined lines. How foolish then was I that I could never see a heart in disarray. It was all that I could say, just to wish you well as I went through my hell when the sunrise all suffered. I paced the room at 3 a.m. wondering if you'll sleep this time. Who's your latest experiment? I'm hoping that he's feeling fine. heart's drowning and all I've got is a disconnected line. How foolish then was I, that I could never see a heart in disarray. It was all that I could say, just to wish you well as I go through my hell when the sunrise also fades. Hit the road by 6 a.m., wondering if I'll sleep this time. So many dreams I've yet to go to, but no one to share with, not so much time. Well, that's what I get to bare my soul to someone who can understand. Haven't played that one live in a while. Yeah. Alrighty then. Oh, let's see here. Mike Stenson would love to jam that tune with you sometime. Yeah, anytime, Mike. You know, I'm down with that, buddy. I love jamming with folks. I have no issue with that at all. In fact, I'm looking forward to, and awesome. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Coming from you, that means a lot to me. Believe me. So yeah, we've got, that's one of the songs I promise you I'm going to play in August. Both days. No, I'll make that promise right here and now because I'm just that kind of a guy. I will do it. You watch me, pal. I'll do it. If you just joined us, thank you very much for joining us. I certainly do appreciate it. And I know why you're here. You're here because the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial isn't on until Monday. Have you been following this? I don't have any prep for this. I don't have any material. But I did watch part of this over the course of the last couple of days. And, you know, the only thing I can honestly say with that at this moment is why? You know, with everything that's going on in the world, we're looking at a Hollywood defamation suit between a couple of, you know, burnt out celebrities, you know. Although, you know, I appreciate the fact that, you know, Johnny's playing, you know, with Alice Cooper these days. You know, that's okay. I got no problem with that. And of course, Pirates of the Caribbean. Can't fault him for that. But yeah, I just don't understand why people are watching that stuff. You know, first off, to listen to Johnny Depp talk publicly, and correct me if I'm wrong to anybody who's ever heard this. Listening to Johnny Depp talk publicly is the equivalent of watching paint dry. The man has all the personality of a dish rag. I'm sorry. That's all there is to it. Amu City, yeah, Don Henley said it best. We need dirty laundry. Yeah, dig it. Never watched a single Depp movie. He's a great actor. He really is. You know, I've only seen a couple of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, only because I was interested to see what Keith Richards and Paul McCartney were going to do in them. That was really it. And I did love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I got to admit, he did a great job imitating Michael Jackson. Yes, you heard it here first. He said that was his inspiration for the Willy Wonka character that he did in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, was he watched Michael Jackson. Let that sink in if you've ever watched the movie before. Emmy City says he's an amazing actor. Seen most of them, but I'm a videophile. Yeah, that's true. He's a bit of a video nut. He is, our little Amu City, but that's okay. Some people are into that. I know that members of my family that are like that. Yeah, my ex used to, and this is a true story. I watched her to do it once. She would sit in front of the TV, and she would sit in front of the TV, and she would watch a movie, and when the commercial came on, she'd flip the channel to another movie. She'd watch two movies at the same time. Now, that's not bad. That's pretty intense viewing. But then I watched one day, and I remember this specifically. It was on a Sunday. Having had prior experience in radio and TV, I know that, and believe me, this is true. And if you don't, find out for yourself. Almost every single network on basic cable will have what's called a stop set. They have the commercial break, where they show the commercials at 48 after the hour, 12 minutes before the hour. This is done on programming for reasons that I won't go into here. That's for another show. But they will do it. And when this 48 stop set, she was watching one movie. Commercial came on. Watched the other movie. And then this 48 stop set came on, and both shows had commercials going. I watched her take the remote control, hit the mute button, and pick up a book and start reading it. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the scariest cry for help I've ever seen, because you are just like blocking out reality completely. You're watching one movie, concentrate on that, watch the other movie, concentrate on that, and then read a book on top of both of those? Wow. I wish I had that power of concentration. And I consider myself pretty organized, and I can get, I can focus on a task at hand. Doing this and playing a guitar and programming a radio station and getting a band together and recording music. It takes a lot of concentration, but I've never seen anybody do that before, where they can just tune out the world like that. And I just found that weird. So yeah, I do know people like that, and that's okay. If that's what you're down with, that's what you're down with. It's not a problem. So in any old who, again, if you're watching, thank you very much. I certainly do appreciate it as we get into the waning moments of our show. If you're watching the replay, please feel free to, make comments down below. I will answer you, just like I answer folks here. And by all means, let us know. And please, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can find out when we're on next. It'll be next Friday, as always. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. But we'll give you the little notification to let you know when we're on. And we're almost at my my personal plateau. 100 subscribers. Now I know that in YouTube land, in YouTubeville, YouTube speak, whatever you want to say, that this is not a big thing. I know this. But it's kind of an ego gratification for me, if nothing else, okay? I mean, we're not going to give away any prizes or anything like that, but hey, we could have some fun with it. We could have a little bit of fun with it. So yeah, by all means, please do all that. I would very greatly appreciate it. And, tune into Hugs 24/7 Radio as soon as we're, done here. Please go do that because Cyrus Gray is going to be giving you the top 10. Yes, Hugs has a chart. The Homegrown Underground Sound Show actually does have a chart. It is based upon an algorithm of fan favoritism. So you listening to the songs actually gets factored into this. And Cyrus will have all that information for you on the show. We have all that information for you on our website, hugs@wrgg.com, all that stuff. So please, if you're a musician, we want to hear from you. By all means, send in your stuff. We want to hear from you. Easy Day, who is our Shockwave jock and in charge of new music, cringes every time I mention this because we get hundreds of new submissions. Gary is saying real quick, good show tonight. I'll send you some leftover stuffed cabbage. Watch your email. Oh, yeah, there you go. Thanks, pal. Like I said, if I know you, it's going to be like the brownies I'd be baking on a Saturday night. Just make sure there's enough gummies in it. That's all I'm asking. Okay? I know my email going to smell dank, yo. That's what I'm talking about. It'll make you smile. I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind. It'll make me smile, and it'll probably glue me to the couch for like 5 or 6 hours. Luckily, I've got my copy of the Allman Brothers at Fillmore East album ready to go, so we won't have any problems with that. So yeah, by all means. So we're going to kind of get out of here. Again, thank you to everybody that's been watching. Please, by all means, stick around. In the coming weeks and days, we're going to be giving the ticket information for Hugs Fest in August 11th to 14th. Clear your calendar and get ready to head to Washington because we're going to have us a great time for a great cause. So please do that by all means. We're going to get out of here in time for you to listen to Cyrus Gray and the Hugs Top 10 Countdown, Hugs 24/7 Radio. Go check it out. Hugs@wrgg.com. Followed by the Hugs Shockwave. All great new music with Easy Day. Be back here next week, and we'll have some more fun. Sounds like a plan, too. I know. It just proves there's no accounting for taste. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I certainly do appreciate it. Please do me a favor. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I can't practice next week because my guitarist has COVID. And he has to quarantine for 5 days. Please, this stuff is very real. Wear the damn mask. Get the damn shot. Let's get rid of this stuff, okay? Sound like a plan to you? Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. So please, take care of yourselves. Be back here next week. Like I said, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. In other words, if you like it, hey, you know what to do. We'll see you next week. We out. Peace.